Welcome back. Today we are doing another 1 hour better, except this time we're not just focusing on one room. I have finally reached the point where my house isn't that bad and I could hit pretty much all the main living spaces down here in 1 hour. I know, who am I? If you didn't see last video or you didn't watch to the end, I mentioned that we were getting new furniture, and well, we got new furniture. I am so excited to share with you our new furniture. Our old sectional wasn't that old. It was actually only about probably 3-4 years old, but we didn't pay a whole lot for it brand new, and we found out why. It just did not last. It did not hold up to these big booties that live here. We also somehow thought that we were the type of people that could have that chenille fabric with 3 dogs and 3 kids. It was gross. So after the last video, we ended up getting that cleaned up and out of here to make way for some new furniture we found that I think is going to fit our family a lot better. It's more durable. We are very hard on our furniture here, and it's gonna be a lot more durable. So without further ado, let's show you. Here it is. We also got a new rug. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the new rug or just go ahead and exchange it because I really don't hate this rug. And we are still training people to put in their seats. So all these seats recline, which is really nice. Steven finally got his daddy chair. We also got these dog kennels that double as end tables. They were really inexpensive on Amazon. I'll put a link to them. And then we got some waterproof liner. So I'm gonna be switching out these kennels, and then that way we have that kennel. And then these 2 kennels, which kind of blend in with the furniture. They aren't my big time shedders, but one of the biggest appeals for these was that they kind of have a guard on them to hopefully contain some of the hair, and then I can just come in and vacuum it out and wipe it down, and it's not blowing hairballs all over the place. I'd like to get something similar for Max, but obviously he's not going to fit into a little end table. But I have seen them where they're kind of designed like TV stands or even like entryway. You know, I don't have a really big problem with having kennels in the living room. You know, there are fur babies in our family, so I like having them next to us. They aren't the most fashionable, so finding cool solutions like that are worth a try in my opinion. So yeah, I'm really excited about that furniture. Wasn't too long ago that we gave the living room a good deep clean, but the rest of the rooms have just kind of been in survival mode. So today I'm hoping to make everything just look nice. So when you walk into this house, it feels like we have our life together. A lot of expectations. Let's see what we can get done.
As we get started here, I want to share a little bit about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. We all experience highs and lows in life, and sometimes those lows can take us pretty low. If you find yourself struggling in one of those deep valleys right now, BetterHelp wants to be there for you. And sometimes having a professional come alongside you can make all the difference. They have a network of over 20,000 licensed therapists with a broad range of expertise that give you access to help that may not be available in your area. And they make it so easy to get set up. The link in the description box will take you to their website where you will fill out a short questionnaire that will assess your specific needs and get you matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Once you get set up, you can easily schedule your private video or phone sessions, and everything is confidential. What I really appreciated about my therapist was her ability to make me feel cared for. Even outside our weekly sessions, she was there for me. The weeks that I was going through hard stuff, she thought of me enough to follow up and make sure I was doing okay. And I could message her anytime I needed her. Sometimes it takes trying one or two out to find the right fit. So if that initial therapist isn't a good match, you can request a new one at no charge anytime. So if you feel like you could benefit from online therapy, I encourage you to join the 2 million plus people who've reached out to an experienced BetterHelp therapist. The link betterhelp.com/Leaf.Like.On.A.Tree will save you 10% on your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Leaf.Like.On.A.Tree. You do not have to do it alone. They are ready and waiting for you. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for being a returning sponsor on my channel.
The other night, saw you glance your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut through the crowd.
It is full-blown back to school here in the Leaf house. If you're new here, I actually homeschool my children. I have been doing the 2 big girls who are in 5th and 7th grade this will be our 4th year. And now we have added in kindergarten. So prayers appreciated. I've actually never taught anybody how to read. When I pulled the girls out of public school, my youngest was in 2nd grade, so she could pretty much read all on her own. I mean, I still helped her a little bit, but as far as like learning phonics and all that jazz, nope, didn't have to do it. So, been kind of nervous about it, but I have a great curriculum, and I'll share more about that. I have a dedicated declutter our homeschool room video coming up where I'll go into detail more on that. If you have any questions for me, you can drop those down below. I'll be happy to answer those. So anyway, how's y'all's first week or two back to school? Is everyone back to school yet? I know some may start the first part of September. So let me know if where you are at, if school has started and how that's going. As I'm filming this voiceover, it's our 3rd week, and so far it's going pretty smooth. We've all seemed to transition pretty well. We found our daily flow pretty easily. I have found that I'm going to struggle with time management. So if you know how to make more hours than a day, can you go ahead and send that over to me? Because that's going to be my biggest struggle, I think, is just managing my time, and especially on those low energy days where spoons are limited.
Well, it's been an hour and we did a lot. However, did not get to wiping down the counters, and I didn't get to the floors, which I was really, really hoping I could get to. So even though we're done with an hour, we're coming back. Yeah, we're gonna finish this thing. We cannot come this far and not wipe down the counters and do the floors. It is rare for me to have the opportunity to do a good sweep and a mop on the floors. Usually I've got one room clean and 2 other rooms are a disaster. So while we've got everything picked up, we're going to come back in a few minutes. We're gonna take a little break. Okay, it's gonna be 2 seconds for you, probably an hour for me or more, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish this. Okay, you and me, we're gonna finish this. Good morning. Just like that, it's the next day. So I really only had an hour yesterday till we had to start getting ready. It was a Wednesday. We go to church on Wednesdays. So not really sure why I thought I had more time, but that's okay. Here we are this morning. It's about 9 a.m. We start schooling about 9:30 a.m. So I have 30 minutes. 30 minutes and that's it. So I want to catch it before it gets destroyed because it already needs a tiny reset. I'll show you.
So thankfully, it's nothing more than a 5-minute pickup in here. Maybe a few dishes, crumbs on the table, which I hadn't got to wiping it down anyway yesterday. So not too much damage done. Thank you, family.
Want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight.
I always like to add in those real-time cleaning clips so you can see how slow I actually move. It can be kind of deceiving in these time-lapse portions. And I know for me, when I go back and watch other YouTubers and I'm motivated to clean and I'm going and cleaning, I find myself trying to move at a time-lapse pace, which can be kind of risky. You can hurt yourself. So just remember, it's okay to move slow, okay? A lot of us do it.
Come with me, and you will see we are bound to be strangers in the night. Walk the walk, talk the talk, get me through the maze. Dazzled eyes shining bright, a never-ending space. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me, and you will see we are bound to be strangers in the night.
Now I remember why I don't like sweeping. Probably shouldn't have bothered with makeup this morning. I've also been trying to keep the temp hotter than I normally do, just to conserve energy. Probably should turn the AC down a little bit. I try to do good and wear moisturizer with sunscreen and then foundation with sunscreen in it. And it just makes it so easier to sweat. And before you know it, I'm just drenched like this. And then it gets in the eye and then I can't see. Hey, that's what you get for trying to take care of yourself. It reminds me of this embarrassing time when I was pregnant with Grace. Grace is an August baby. And so middle of June, July, I don't really know. It didn't take very much for me to become a sweaty mess like this. Anyway, I go into this new marketing meeting with a client that I hadn't met yet. And it was a man, which made things a little bit more pressure. And I just remember just sitting there in the air conditioning at a table and doing nothing. And the sweat is literally pouring off my face. I am basically creating a puddle in front of me. And I just remember like subconsciously telling him to please look down so I could pat my face dry. I don't know. I guess I thought maybe I could hide it. There was no hiding it. I just remember being very self-conscious in that moment. And, back then I still cared what other people think. Not so much now, obviously. I'm putting my sweaty mess out onto the interwebs.
But he was very gracious, didn't make any comments about it, very polite, just ignored it. So wherever you are, if you see this, thank you so much for, ignoring it.
Wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. 'Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that?
Well, that took a whole hour, not just 30 minutes. So sort of cut into our homeschool day. I really don't like to do that, but that desperately needed to be done, man. And it's not perfect. In fact, the floors really need a good steam mop because there's a lot of stuff on there that I couldn't get up with the mop or my handy dandy hand towel trick. You know, getting one of those rough hand towels to use your foot. That usually works all the time. So going to try and do that in the coming days, a good steam mop in here. Hopefully we can keep the floors clean because I am out of time. But the goal for this was to walk in and just make the space feel good, and I think we achieved that. I don't know, what do you think? Doesn't it feel good just walking into a clean space? I know it's clean. I'm not stepping on chunks of dog hair. The floors are clean. So, really great start. Anyway, if you haven't already, go say something kind to yourself, and I'm really excited to see you in the next one.